Now I thought that was supposed to bring you guys over. Did that bring you guys over?
I see something different, but it looks like it's cut off, maybe.
Okay. So the scale on this map, you guys can see the grid.
Yep.
Each of those squares is a square mile. So I'm going to use this particular scene for major travel. You guys are sitting there. That is, uh, it doesn't look particularly green, or sorry, blue. It looks green, but that's the ocean there on the right, and um, this weirdness here is a beach. The red line is a road. Here, let me label this here: water and beach and road. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great. So, you guys are, what's your relationship to each other?
Um, I think
Exactly. Yes.
I want to be a stranger to those two.
Okay. Okay. So you just happen to be traveling along this road and you see a gnome and a what race did you want to be, Emily? A gnome and a half elf traveling the same direction as you. How long does it take ignoring them before you try to strike up a conversation?
Mm, how talkative are those two? Or how talkative are Long and M?
How talkative are you guys?
Uh, at,
Well,
well,
I
no,
know, like your
M.
character.
We're
How
talking.
talkative is your
We're in
character?
this.
Okay,
uh, I think it'll take me a short while to talk to the gnome, as gnomes are very interesting to me.
nice. So start talking to the gnome. Hey guys, keep talking.
So, you've been following me on this road for a while. Seemed kind of interesting. Where are you headed?
So I do have a quick question though. Is he? Wait, why am I? Am I muted? Now can you
No.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm worried we're getting like weird feedback. I don't know. Um, did we make up the? Did we have the premise on what race Pookie is?
Oh, yeah, I'm human.
You're human.
Yeah, I'll just be human.
Well, sir, I mean it's kind of easy to follow somebody as large as yourself. So I
Do
mean,
I.
it would be kind of we. That's why we were following you for so long is because everybody's going to see you first, and if anything happens, I mean, we're not really going to have to fight them. We can just kind of go around as you have the trouble.
Aren't you afraid that I'm going to rob you? Or maybe I have friends up ahead that will come out of the bushes?
So that's
I
that's why
mean,
we're so far behind, though.
generally people stay away from me because of my scary face.
Well, if you had friends up in front of you, wouldn't you have? You wouldn't have been walking for the last 12 hours without without actually talking to us or just talking to anybody else.
Hmm. All right, fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
since it seems now that you're as wary of us as we are of you, how about we stop both trying to look behind our shoulders and maybe make our way to the next town more in eyesight of each other and less of in fear of, oh, at least me in fear of you.
Um, I'll travel with you up to near the town's borders, but I'm gonna stop outside of town for a little bit.
Do you have business there or?
No, I just
No.
don't like being in towns.
Ah, okay. Well, I will accept your partnership up to the borders of the next town, and then we'll part ways there.
So what's with this halfling
Well,
thing? Oh, what's up? Well, what's with this half thing following us?
I met the gnome at the last town. Better to travel as a pair than wrong.
as neither of us are quite as tall as you.
Fair enough. All right. And I'm just gonna walk, and I'm not gonna really say much after that.
So Em and I are going to be kind of walking off to the other side of the path, making sure that we kind of keep, a little bit of distance, but that he doesn't get it behind us or too far ahead of us. And
Okay.
I'm actually going to make sure that it's going to go him and then M in the middle and then me on the outside because I'm really little. I'm really little. So yeah, we're just gonna walk along and try not to tell him anything about us because he seems a little scary for my taste.
Better you've got a lot on it.
Well, as you guys proceeded up the path and had your wonderful little expositional conversation, you come across a building. Not a unique building, but a building nonetheless. One of the many buildings along this particular path.
Is that haunted?
Nope. It appears to be an inn.
Okay. Is there anybody around the outside of it?
Do you guys see that? I tried to show you a picture.
Yeah, it says the Drunk Duck Inn. There's like a black dot, and then it looks like there's a pond or something behind it.
Yeah,
Bless
it's
you.
like the ocean. That's
Okay.
the thing on the map to the right. It's a big body of water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Did
can
I
you just like
turn it
hold it?
down?
No,
No.
I could still hear him.
Can you just like hold your mic up closer to your head because I can't really hear you either.
Okay. So I'm gonna be the mysterious man with the microphone mustache.
All right.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
A
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
Okay. I feel like an idiot, but that's totally the price you pay.
Right.
It's all right.
I'll wear my
So, what did it what what did it look like when I showed you the picture? I'm really curious.
I actually haven't seen a picture. All I see is that you've uncovered like
There's
a
like
black
a
dot.
yeah, there's a little black dot, and there's like looks like a beach and water, and in the water says the Drunk Duck Inn. I see a little bit of woods to the left of the black dot, and the road's going north.
Yeah, that's about all we see.
Well, I'm clicking a show to players button on the picture. I would have thought.
I'm not seeing anything.
No. I heard some really nice
Okay.
music.
Yeah, the nice music was good.
Oh,
I see
there it
now.
is.
Okay.
Oh, it's a boat.
Oh, it's a boat kind of inn. Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a unique building. That's why you weren't quite sure what to make of it at first. But as you approach, it's very clearly an inn that's made out of what appears to be the remnants of a boat.
Before I get too close, I want to see if I see like guards that are like based off of towns or villages and stuff, not like hired goons to protect the place, but like.
Nope, just hired goons.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to the place then.
Awesome. So, it's despite the outside of the inn looking like a boat, it has the interior of a pretty standard inn. There's a bar, there are tables, there's rooms upstairs, downstairs. Fairly standard, fairly standard.
All right. Is there so these goons on the outside though, like what? Can't hear me very well? That's weird.
Hey,
It might
Lawng,
be you.
click on the image. It'll get bigger.
I don't know. Maybe you can hear me now. Well, that's nice. Maybe you guys can hear me a little better now. I don't know. Okay, she can hear you better now. All right. So, are these hired goons like? I mean, are they? Or how many of them are there?
Not a lot. There's like 3 or 4. They're just basically they're standard fare for protecting a building that is on a tradeway that might get robbed or something. You know, nothing too extravagant, but also, you know, sufficiently intimidating to keep R2D2 at bay.
I wonder why we can't hear M.
Yeah, I liked it. My son has been really enjoying a book that has R2D2 and C3PO in it. So I've been doing a lot of beep bop. Boop, beep boop.
Okay, so they're just standard fare. So, and what do you think we should do?
Approach cautiously and then keep to yourself.
All right.
Okay. So do you just go inside or do you talk to the
Uh,
guards? Do you?
I headed straight inside and went right to the bar.
Okay. They have honeyed mead, they have beer, they've got ale, they've got all the standard tavern beverages of choice.
Do they have any apple juice?
They do.
I will take a large, what are they, pitcher of apple juice.
Awesome.
All right. So Em and I are gonna make sure. So after he's walked past all these guards and walked past everybody else, you know, we're gonna walk in after him. And we're gonna hang a left, and we're gonna take the first empty table on the left.
Okay. So as you all are sitting in the drunk inn, there's a couple things that attract your attention. There's a bard playing some music at the far end of the inn. There are various conversations going on, and there's a bulletin board kind of a thing on one wall where there's advertisements of many different varieties. There is one in particular that attracts your attention. It has 4 pictures on it and mentions a reward.
Okay.
I'm going to go over there and I'm going to look to see if my face is on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna send the it's just it could be on the board. Hoping to avoid being
Ah, okay. So it's a reward poster for lost children.
I'm going to sigh
Yes.
and go back to the apple juice and smile to myself quite noticeably. I'm very happy.
All right.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know what to make of that.
Let's see. The Galileo after proven you're involved in their. You're uninvolved in their abduction. Okay. Let's see. So 1,000 gold for any information received. Okay. Information after promise.
Nope. There is a set of tabs at the bottom that appear to be intended to be torn off. But all they say is, "I'll help."
So none of these things have been torn off.
None of them.
Okay. Is it really showing where? Is it a brand new sign?
It looks very brand new. It's conspicuously the most attractive sign on the wall. The rest of the walls are like really hand-scrawled chicken scratch. Farmers saying, "I've got a dozen eggs for sale." Somebody else saying, "I've got like my services for a week for in exchange for like 5 gold." This is the largest sum of money and the highest quality signage.
Okay, so when Pookie went up and was looking at the sign to see if it was actually a reward poster for somebody to take him to jail, did anybody look at him like suspiciously or warningly?
Pookie has been looked at suspiciously by almost everyone in the inn so far, including you.
Okay.
Uh,
His behavior has attracted not the right kind of attention, but nobody really cares enough to do anything about it.
All right. Hmm.
I'm just happy. I don't know what everyone's looking at me for.
All right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna grab one of these little I'll help things, and I'm gonna walk back and I'm gonna go
Okay, you
converse
tear one off.
with them back here in the back.
You just reach up and tear one off.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip the far left one off.
Okay. As you tear the far left one off, you feel a sort of a weight on your shoulders, almost like a responsibility. And you feel strongly compelled to continue on tonight to travel to the north, to a town that you have vague recollection of, almost like a place you've been to a long time ago, but you don't quite remember anything about, called Poisson.
Sorry, what was it? Hassan?
French for fish. Poisson.
Okay.
All right, I got a question for you. Can I walk over to him?
Yeah.
And all right, I'm gonna walk over to him, and I'm gonna offer him some of my apple juice because I'm in a really good mood, and I want him to drink with me. Seeing
Okay.
as he's walk and talk with me.
Some guy walks over to you with a martini glass full of apple juice, complete with an olive, offers you a drink,
Okay.
and
How knowledgeable am I at this point to poisons?
pretty darn.
Pretty darn. Okay. Can I roll a check to find out if there's
Yeah,
poison in this
you can roll a
class?
check. Yeah.
So
Roll a d20.
okay. Oh, I need to put the roll in there. I got a 3. I got a 3.
Okay. You are fairly certain that if it isn't poisonous, it's at least disgusting.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, because he did take all of the danger in walking past all of the guards and stuff, and I really don't want to offend somebody so tall, I'm gonna take these without even him seeing the fact that I'm a little bit scared, and I'm just gonna down it just real fast.
Okay. You down
That's
it.
the gnome, and I drink some too.
It tastes just like apple juice, but the after effect is somewhat fishy and oily.
Fishy and oily.
Almost like the olive in the drink had been preserved in fish oil.
Okay. Well, we won't worry about
Fish
that.
is the main export of this coastal village.
I'm just not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that that fishy olive.
Yeah. You know that when you drink something awful, that runs all the way down.
All right. All right. Oh, the short body. That's right. That's right. And
I'm sorry.
our DM puts back on his breathing
Not the
apparatus.
microphone you're looking for.
All right, so I'm gonna continue talking to the gnome. It's gonna.
You're talking to
So,
the gnome.
where are you headed?
Well, these kids need my help. I'm gonna go
Kids?
north.
Oh, you mean those kids on the poster? You're gonna help them?
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a reason why the reason why they've gone and why there's so much gold.
Oh.
Hey, Lawng, roll another d20.
Okay. Oh, what did I roll? 18. All right. What did I roll that for?
So I'm gonna add 3. It's a wisdom check because your wisdom modifier is 3.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm having you do, there's something that you might have recognized after having thought about it and witnessing it. that you would know because you are a cleric. There is a magical ability that advanced-ish clerics have to basically imbue a quest upon someone. They feel compelled to do that quest immediately, and it feels, you've heard people say, a lot like what you experienced when you tore that thing off of the bill that was posted on the wall. So you're fairly certain that what you have been given is called a geese, and it is a quest, basically, that you have to fulfill, or if you try to avoid fulfilling it, you're going to feel a little bit ill, and progressively more ill the longer you don't do it.
Okay.
But that's what this poster has done to you.
All right. So I've gotten
You're
a
fairly
pseudo
certain-
course, a pseudo curse, as it is. That
A what?
almost like a curse that I have to. I'm compelled to do this, or I get physically ill.
Right, right. But the inverse is that if you do it, you will learn more than an average person would from doing the same task. So it's kind of a blessing and a curse. The blessing being that you'll get a reward greater, just, more experience. But the disadvantage of not being able to decline anymore.
Okay.
It's a thing that clerics do to make people do something that they want done.
Ah, okay. So I'm passing this on to Pookie, and I'm going to compel this much larger man to come
Well,
along
that's
with
the
me.
thing. That's the thing. It's beyond your ability as a cleric, but you're fairly certain that anybody who takes one of those "I'll help" tabs off of the sheet is going to have the same effect.
All right. All right. So now that I've got this overwhelming feeling that is, as long as I can get somebody else to take one of these pieces, they're going to have to come with me.
Right.
I'm going to be able to be safer, and everything's going to be a little bit better off. So
Right.
as I'm sitting there drinking more of my martini that is still kind of fishy and kind of greasy on the inside of my martini glass,
Hey, that is some good martini.
I kind of quietly walk
It's
back.
non-alcoholic. It is apple juice, but they just didn't have any extra
Regular
clean
glasses.
glasses that weren't martini glasses.
All right, so I walk back over and I actually take that sign off the wall, and I walk back and Pookie's sitting there at the table and has been chatting to him up here, you know.
Oh? No, I don't like her. I don't like elf things.
She's only half elf. She's also half human. Actually, we didn't talk about that. Is your other half human, or is your other half something else? You could be half elf, half halfling.
Ooh, that's fancy.
You could be half elf, half. You could be half elf. No, halfling is a race. They're not.
It's like a hobbit.
Human.
Yeah,
Right,
they're half human.
They're not half human. They're called
Like
halflings.
they're half
They're
the
called
size.
halflings because they're half. Yeah.
Half the size. All right, so I'm
By the
just
way-
I sit down
by the way,
again with
Lawng,
this.
Thanks for noticing my weight loss. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Um,
I've been working to lose a lot of weight, and you didn't notice, so I'm pointing it out.
oh, okay. So
Oh, it's here that I've lost the weight, all of it, all like 10 pounds is right here.
you just like shucked off your second chin there, huh? Okay,
There's a lot of fat somewhere
in the hair. Okay.
in the brain.
So I take this poster, right, and I go back and I sit down at the table, where these two are, I guess, not talking. And I continue talking to him about the this poster that after I ripped off this little piece, he seemed so interested in.
Oh, who cares about kids? As long as you can live a good life, you don't need to worry about anyone else. I've had enough of that stuff. Just enough to get apple juice and, food. I'll be fine.
But what about if you don't ever have to buy apple? Like you never have to worry about buying apple juice again.
Mmm.
I mean, this poster does say 1,500 gold pieces each.
Mmm. Nope. Don't want it. Don't want to do it.
Hmm. Well, at that point, I mean, I'll look over at Em and I'll give her the same idea.
I'm willing to help. With or without the third goal.
All right. So, all right. Well, what?
Hey, Long.
Yeah, I know. Um. So I kind of want to question Pookie a little more about why he's now so interested in spending time with me.
Oh, I'm just happy. And you're the only person I know in this whole bar.
Well, Pookie, I mean, you seem to be one that truly enjoys a good bar and a good drink, right?
Oh, I only like apple juice. The rest of the stuff is bad for you.
Ah, there's this great cider though in this town coming up.
Oh?
Yeah, I would love
Cider,
to.
you say?
Yeah, it's some of the best in the entire realm.
You piqued
So,
my interest.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this page over, okay? And I walk over to the barkeep and I borrow a piece of charcoal from him, that I can use to write with.
Here's a pencil. Here,
Right.
have it on the house.
Perfect.
On the house. Your
Perfect.
pencil.
So I walk back over and I grab the poster and I write on the back, I write at the name of this bar and I hand him back the piece of paper.
Oh, okay. I grab it.
Okay, Pookster, you've got a piece of paper that he took off the wall. He wrote on the back of it, but he only wrote on one part of it.
Question, can I read? Is my intelligence high enough for reading?
What's your class? What
I was
did you
gonna be a
wanna
fighter.
Yeah, you can read.
Okay.
Barbarians can't read, but human fighters can. Part of where barbarians get their power is in the fact that they're like uncivilized, primal, like. But fighters are trained. You go through a training process to become a fighter, so they're
Okay.
educated.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay, so Em, you see the interchange? Do you say anything, do anything, want anything?
Quietly watching.
Well, I'm grabbing this piece of paper and I want to read what it says.
Okay, the piece of paper that he wrote on, it's got the name of a tavern, and it says, "Best cider you've ever had, I promise." Smiley face.
Oh, I like smiley face. You know what?
Actually, it's up to Lawng whether or not the smiley face was there. I added that. That's on me.
I'm good with a smiley face. I'm good with that.
Okay, smiley face.
Now,
It's
is
like
this
a
tavern
little sticker.
is this tavern in a town?
The tavern with the cider?
Yes.
Yeah, he says it's written like best cider in Poisson in the realms of the West. Sorry, west of the West. That's right, the West.
I don't know about going into a town. I've had some issues with towns.
Question.
Okay.
Uh, don't get me wrong. I don't murder for no reason. But yeah, no. I've had some issues with towns. Just leave it at I don't like towns.
Like towns, okay. It looks like to me, it looks like the barkeep's a little perturbed that sign's been taken down.
He is. You're right. Yeah, it's the tavern more than a bar. Like the bar is one structure in the room.
Right, the
The
tavern.
whole thing is like yeah. like a tavern with rooms to rent and all that. There's tavern girls that walk around with like the mugs and the pallet or not pallets, serving dishes, all that. Okay. Well, they've been walking by. You can easily get their attention.
Oh, I'm fine.
Hi, what can I do for you? Fish.
I go, everything's fish.
Yes. Actually, it's funny that you say that. We have a fish soup with potato. We have a fish sandwich. We have a dried fish sandwich. We have dried fish jerky. We have a fish flambe. And I see you've already had our fish egg apple juice.
That was that extra taste I didn't want.
It doesn't actually have fish eggs in it. We call it that because the little olive kind of looks like an egg, and it tastes kind of fishy. So. Awesome. What can I get for the other two gentlemen? What would you like?
Well, do you have anything that's not fish? Nope.
We
Okay.
have bread. I could get you a nice crust of bread.
I will take a nice crust of bread.
Or more apple juice. We have more apple juice. We also have a tasty grape juice that only contains a little bit of olive. As a preservative, mind. As a preservative.
I don't know. This all can I have apple juice without the olive?
I've never heard people ask for that before, but I suppose we could try to skip the olive, but it's such a habit now.
I would really appreciate it if we just, straight up apple juice. Yeah. Because,
Would you like an apple? I could get you an apple.
I would love an apple, yes.
Awesome. I will be right back. And
So-
she goes.
So yeah, I didn't really get seen at all, but that was okay, because I'm kind of used to it. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this, and I know that I need help to find these kids. And I'm like, all right, well, there's got to be a way to trick the spider who, yeah, can read, but there can't really be much else. So I'm like, I tell him, I'm like, all right, so Pookie, people are getting really, really mad that this sign's been taken down. And I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and just rip off that bottom piece, and I'll go hang that poster back up before we both get thrown out. So you can get your apple, she can get her soup, and I'll get skipped again.
What do you mean you got skipped? And yeah, I'll fine. I grabbed a little piece of paper where he wrote where the good apple cider was. Like, it's got to be better than whatever's in this place.
Dace, you tear it off?
Yeah, I tear it off.
Okay, as you tear it off, you feel a sort of a shock. It's like the paper bit you.
I'm like, well, that's not cool. What'd you do, little gnome? I know you have like some magic types about you.
Oh, it's nothing that can't be healed easily by a cleric.
A what?
A cleric.
Oh. I'm like, what are you looking at, elf?
Do you do anything? Do you tear off one, or do you?
I'm volunteering to help
Without tearing one? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, Pookie, you now feel oddly familiar with this town to the north. You feel less of a hesitation to go in there because you know that if you're there to help the children, that they'll protect you and that you might be able to change your reputation in this area and potentially gain, if not respect, the ability to go into a town and get some wares. And
Hmm.
at the very least, maybe a bath, which you haven't had now
Whoa,
for at
hold,
least a year.
hold on. I take baths in rivers.
Right. I'm talking like a bath with like scented water and some soap,
The nice things.
like a real bath.
Can we just say I've never had one of those?
Yeah, this is something
Yeah.
you've never had, but suddenly you start to feel like maybe that would be fun because you wouldn't smell bad. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
There's a possibility. Okay.
There's a distinct possibility. Get it?
Distinct. All right, so I'm kind of worried about what exactly is this fishy joint that we're in. Still, I'm still pretty worried about it.
Okay, so your food comes back. You have a dried fish sandwich, and
I have an apple.
the waitress says, Mr. Gnome, thank you for putting the sign back. I'm sorry that I missed you before, but my boss told me that until you put that thing back, I wasn't supposed to talk to you.
All right, so I get up and I kind of do my little like gnome shuffle and like pin it up really or pin it as high as I can get, which is like not quite on the board. Like,
In recognition of your willingness to help the community, your meal is going to be on the house. What can I get you?
I want I want that fish soup, but I want it in like a mug.
Okay. A human-sized mug or a gnome-sized?
I want like half ogre mug.
Oh, a half ogre mug.
I chuckle.
Great. She goes off and Pookie, you've got your apple.
Yeah, I eat it.
It's not the freshest apple, but it's intact, and there's no obvious deformity.
I eat it.
Eat it anyways.
Yeah, it's a little mealy, but it's fine. It's not bad. You've had worse. And a couple minutes later, she comes back with what appears to be a small bath of soup.
I turn to those like, so, I hope you're ready to swim?
Okay, I got a question. What can I do with this bath now?
You could take a bath. It's in a half barrel
Okay.
with iron cast rings holding it together. It's like literally you could probably submerge yourself in this almost.
Right, because
Wait,
I'm like 3
question
feet
for
water.
you though. The waitress brings it back, or more than one waitress brings it back?
Because this is like a behemoth of a waitress.
Plural for waitress. Is it waitresses? Waitressi?
Waitresses.
It's an S.
Waitresses? Those. That's the one. It's like a team. Come
Okay.
together, like,
So as they're coming up with the thing, I want to be clapping like I'm cheering them on.
nice. And they all take a bow. They say, thank you.
So, how? Okay, so I kind of think it would be great and a great distraction, right? If
There's a line forming of people holding bowls.
oh, perfect. Okay. So, because there's a lot of taller people getting way too close to me, I'm gonna offer them to have soup on me for the night.
Soup. I
That's
know.
kind of what they expected. That's why they're lined up because they know you're not going to eat that. There's more soup there than your body.
I want to make a joke. I take a spoonful of soup after he says this to everyone, and I pour it on him.
Oh, the puns. The
Oh,
river of puns flowing.
oh no.
Okay. The smell coming off this soup is absolutely wonderful. It's got a hint of oregano. There's some rosemary in there. It's a fresh, almost zesty lemony flavor of fish soup, and it's really good.
Okay.
This is like what people come there for.
Okay, so this place is actually famous for this like half keg thing.
Well, the half keg thing isn't like what most people get. It's not the cheapest item on the menu, but hey, they said what your meal's on the house. And
Did the waitresses bring any extra bowls?
everybody went to the bar, said, "Hey, give me some bowls." They got a stack of bowls. This thing happened semi-spontaneously because everyone, once he ripped the thing off, everyone was like nervous to see what was going to happen, like whether or not he was ripping it off to rip it off, or whether he was that he would help when he's trying to get more people to do it. They're all silently rooting for you guys to take this task on, and they're like clapping you on the back and saying thank you and all that.
All right. I'm gonna ask the first person in line who these kids are.
They're children. Some of them, two of them, I think, are farmers' children. One of them is the son, daughter, child of the local magician guy. He's an elf.
I'm gonna
His
stop him
child-
right there. He's like, this elf.
Yeah. That
How
one,
old is he? How old is this elf? That's my question to him.
I don't know. Why?
Just answer the question. How old is the elf?
Well, he was still a kid when I was born. The guy looks like he's 40.
I'm like, okay, and I go back to
Why?
my apple. I don't like adult elves.
Oh, yeah, he's not an adult. He's only like 40 something. Maybe 50. Could be 60. Still
Okay,
a child.
all right, that's fine.
Yeah, because elves
By the way,
live until they're like
character.
500.
Elves live a long time. So like a 40, 50-year-old elf is like pubescent.
All right.
Who's still not in the soup? Everyone is used to this.
It's good. It's good soup. You feel well fortified.
Ooh, well fortified even.
Plus four well-fed buff.
Well fed buff. How long does this buff last?
I made that up. There's no well-fed.
Oh.
I'm gonna look at the soup suspiciously and inquire, why does everyone
Unless
like
you're
the
within
soup so
5
much?
feet of the campfire, then you get the well-fed buff, but only within 5 feet of the campfire.
Okay. Okay. So,
But that one's a spirit buff, which is worthless.
right. So Pookie was wondering. He's suspiciously looking at this soup.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't trust the soup.
It's great.
Great.
There's people who are like gesturing, "Hey, you gonna eat that? You gonna eat that soup?"
I'm like, can I get another apple?
Give me the soup.
You know.
Give me the soup. Some guy like hops over with an apple. Trade ya.
I give him some of my soup and I eat the apple.
All right. So at this point, I mean, like, I'm already starting to feel kind of ill about the fact that like I haven't started on my way to like this other town that, like, I feel like I gotta go, and I've been waiting so long already. And so, I mean, I'm already starting to get kind of ill, and I kind of wanna go already.
Okay. So you give out the rest of the soup and get the heck out of Dodge, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I just kind of like I give him I'm kind of like trying to push this half barrel, which still isn't moving, because I can't really push it very far. And like I kind of get it over to them, and then I'm trying to get Pookie and get M and stuff, and try to get them kind of coming with me.
Uh,
Can you go get your friends and back
I don't look at the half elf thing, and I just grab my stuff and walk out the door.
I'm glad.
Because I could tell the gnome wants to leave, and I get that feeling too. It's like, yeah, I think we should go.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Celisex. Celisex? Is that how you say it? Celisex? Celix? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad you enjoy.
I'm glad you're having fun. Cells? Cell-S?
Just Sal's fine. She's fine with that.
Cell-S. I think she's saying Cell-S. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, obviously, the little gnome wants to go north.
Now I got a
Yes,
question for you.
well, not, but Pookie, you also feel like tonight's a good night to be traveling.
Yeah, I got a question. What equipment do I have? Like, what am I wearing besides, like, am I wearing any type of armor, or is it just like normal
you're
clothes?
A fighter, so you travel in your trade get up. You're probably wearing a breastplate, and you've got probably a sword of some sort. Are you a sword and board dude, or are you just a big sword dude?
Sword and board.
Okay, so you've got a sword and you've got a shield. What so?
Yeah, I have stinky clothes. Thanks, Sushi.
And stinky clothes.
Well, you realize if I wear like full plate mail, there's nowhere to go to the bathroom in.
And you also
So-
haven't had a real bath ever.
I've had baths in the rivers, okay? Rivers. Freshness of the mountains and the streams, alright?
In plate mail.
Alright, look. We don't have like plumbing.
Oh, contraire, mon frère. There is plumbing. The fact that this is medieval is a little bit tempered by the presence of magic. So like, all the things that we would use technology to achieve are also fairly common, but they're done with magic. Like for example, that sign was probably produced with clerical magic. There wasn't really a press with like typesetting, but they had a spell. They said, okay, dictate, and this paper will just write your thing out. And it was produced that way because they don't have computers, but they were able to produce a beautiful sign with magic. Everything like that is easily solved with mundane magics of every type. Obviously,
Well,
not everybody has access to them, which is why
exactly.
this sign was the most attractive. But it's not unheard of, is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't have plumbing. So, yeah.
You
Wait,
don't have
are
plumbing.
you saying that
So you're a
you are
eunuch?
castrated?
Great, so we've got a eunuch.
You know what? You know
You're making
what?
fun of me and I'm
Well-
short.
Let's drop this, okay? I've been walking for like ever. I'm not thinking straight. Who are you? We gotta go. All right. Can I get some apple juice for the road and an apple?
Yeah, they give you a sack of apples,
Cool. I sling it over my shoulder.
and they say, "Here, I heard you were missing a sack."
Oh.
I grab the sack and I just storm out of the building. Now, can I try to break the door on my way out?
You like by slamming it, or just by smashing it down, or
Like
what?
if the door's closed, I want to walk through it on purposely not opening it, but I just want to knock it down and leave.
Okay, it just clunk right down.
All right.
Clunk
And
right-
I just keep on walking.
Okay, and you're headed north.
Yeah, wherever that thing was like, you should go there. Which you said was north.
So I'm just gonna do this thing.
I gotta close the reward poster.
Is that working?
Yeah. Let me close the reward poster. Boop. There we go.
There's there's flowers, there's rocks. It's dark. It's dark now, so as you travel, you do come across a bridge that goes over a river, and the forest has a little bit of a forest on the right by the.
Wait, are we
the-
crossing? You said we're crossing a river.
Yeah.
Is the water fast moving or slow moving?
Or is there a bridge?
It's a fairly wide river, and there is a bridge.
Right. What I'm trying to get at is I want to take a bath.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to
deep enough for you
town,
to take a bath.
so
You
we're
could
going to town.
It's like
go swim. He's going to town on the river. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You can jump in.
Yep.
So we're gonna wait on the other side of the river, or I'm gonna go wait on the other side of the river. I don't know what you're doing.
All right. Just so you know, I'm used to taking baths in rivers, so this is pretty fast.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
this ain't gonna take a while.
yeah. You're not a slow bather. You're
No.
a fast bather.
All right. So looks like we just got to the town. So Pookie, you must have been really quick.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a little hesitant walking into town as I'm staring at the guards out front. Like, I don't want to like walk into that town. I ask, so what do we have to do in here again? I'm talking to the gnome.
well, it's nighttime. It's nighttime right now, so
So are the gates closed or are they open?
there's no gates.
There's no gates in this town. Okay.
But there's guards, I'm assuming, because it's a town.
Are they like nice like is it mild, average, like no royalty type status?
You're not sure yet. Sorry, I'm trying to fix your tokens here.
So I don't know. I'm thinking these are some pretty trusting townsfolk. They're I mean they're guards. There's not that many. I mean they're well dressed. They don't seem intimidating at all. They more look happy to see three people such as ourselves.
Right. Well, the guards right now are on the night watch, so there's not a lot of them, and
Right.
you know they're like, oh hey, you know, hi, welcome to town. Don't make trouble.
All right. Do they look at me weird?
No,
No. Okay.
they hardly look at you twice.
All right. So I'm just gonna walk into town then, and I'm gonna like keep an eye out on the guards. But I'm gonna go to this inn thing that guy wrote on my paper, or I'm gonna try to look for it.
Okay. As you look around, you see a number of buildings. All of them appear to have a fairly obvious purpose. There's a guard garrison, there's a butcher, there's tanner, blacksmith, weaponsmiths of all types, and there is an Inn of the Four Winds and a Winter Wolf Tavern. The Inn of the Four Winds is the more upscale place, and it's the one that he wrote about.
I'm going to go into the Wolf Tavern first.
The Winter Wolf Tavern. It's the one with a number 6 on it.
Okay, let me move this map around. All right, yeah, there we go. Got a map. Yeah, I want to go in there. Then I'm going to go
You
up to
guys
the
follow?
bar.
I'm
ahead and
gonna
grab
go.
your-
I'm gonna go up, but
Go
I'm
ahead and
actually
grab your
gonna.
token
I'm just gonna wait.
and
I'm
bring
just
it
gonna
over
wait outside.
Which one's my character again?
The one on the left. Here, I'll bring you over there.
Alright, okay. Where did he go? Stop that.
Oh, you drug him off to the left. It's like, And
Yeah,
do
I
you want to
gotta.
move yourself, or should I move you?
We can do rest of
So Pookie, we do have a question about your bath. Did you bathe in your armor or with like were you just like Speed Queen?
I am the NASCAR champion at river bathing. I took my armor off, scrubbed down, put it back on. Might have forgot the loincloth. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, at
But
least
who's
we just wanted to
counting?
know. We just wanted to know.
Awesome. So, as you enter the inn, it is in night mode. So there's a barkeep asleep behind the bar. The tables are all empty, and it's all quiet.
I'm going to attempt to wake up the barkeep. This is a tavern, or
He
is it
wakes
just a
up very
bar?
easily. Well, all inns and things have a tavern attached. It helps them make more money.
Okay, so
Because the most common visitors are going to be tradesmen who stay the night and they want food, they want a bed, they want everything that a tavern has, plus an inn. So all the inns, basically, are also taverns. And upscale ones like this one are also a stable.
all right. Well, I'm gonna ask him for his not the best
Oh,
room.
sorry. This one doesn't have a stable. The other one has a stable.
Right. I'm gonna ask him for his not the best room.
We have a number of those, sir. Which not the best are you looking for?
Do you have one that's close to the stairs or on the ground floor?
Yes,
I'll take that one.
it's right there.
All right. How
Be
much?
5 silver a night.
I'll pay for tonight, and if I need to stay more, I'll pay you again.
Very good, sir.
All right. I get my key and I go and I fall asleep wherever there's like something to fall asleep on in there.
There's a bed.
Yes, a bed! I yell that really loudly. Probably too loudly. But I yell it.
I love our chat. So I'm still waiting outside. Like I didn't know what he was going in there for. I thought maybe he was gonna get some more apple juice. I don't know what he was doing.
No, I'm asleep. I went to
so,
sleep.
So after a little bit, I'm kind of realized like he ain't coming back out, and I don't really want to go in that place because it didn't look gnome friendly. Something about the doors. I don't know. So what's this building across from us?
Number 5.
Yeah.
Number 5, let me look at my notes over her, that's the Inn of the Four Winds. That's the more upscale. So the one that you were just in, the Winter Wolf Tavern, it
Okay.
is just what it sounds like. It's got like mounted heads on the wall. It's very timber heavy. There's like big skins decorated in the wall. The Inn of the Four Winds is the first floor is built entirely out of chiseled stone. It has a marble mantelpiece with like columns on the sides and a roaring fire. It's upscale
Okay.
place. It's got a stable, everything.
So earlier when I was having this like feeling that I kind of knew the town already,
Right.
was in any of my memories did I have anybody that I already knew that lived here?
You did get this in kind of strong in your mind, and an image of an elf.
Okay. Is this the same 40-year-old elf?
No,
Different elf.
he didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't a teenage elf at all.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of wait for my other second tallest companion to kind of see where she goes.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad I went on that Four Winds Tavern. But I think I'm gonna go. Might be a little bit more expensive. I'll definitely
Oh, it's definitely more expensive, but you also are curious,
and curious.
right? So, in the back far corner, so the room, the main seating area where you entered in, with the mantle fireplace, marble fireplace, and the like fancy bar with the mirror and everything. Off to the left, there's some stairs going up to another floor. It's not as well lit, and I would like you to roll a spot check. Roll a d20, and I will add the math in my head.
Think I did that right?
He'll tell you whether or not you did.
Rolled a 10. Long?
Oh, I'm supposed to as well?
Yeah, both of you.
And a 4. Oh, I'm supposed to do it 3 times?
Nope, just once.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do?
I don't know. I go straight to bed. Semi, cheap room, but
So do you wake up? Do you wake up the barkeep behind the bar, or?
yeah.
Okay. Yes, madam. What may I do for you?
I need 2 fairly cheap rooms, but
Of course, of course, of course.
That's it. That's it. Just for tonight.
That will be the cash up front, or will you be paying tomorrow?
Up front.
Very good. It is 10 gold a night for our cheapest room.
Okay.
Now, does this room have 2 beds?
No, we got 2 rooms.
You got 2 rooms. Are you paying for this? Okay.
I'll pay for it.
I'm good with that.
Oh, did I say 10? Did I say 10? Did I say 10 gold? I meant 10 silver.
Ah, silver. It's like, I'm no.
I heard gold and I was like, yeah, I'm glad I chose something else.
Yeah, seriously.
Figure out what's going on with my mic.
What?
They can't.
Sorry, I'm responding to chat. I probably should stop reading the chat. So, roll another spot.
Another 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat, we'll work out the echo.
Yeah, we'll get all the sound stuff. This is only
This is the
tonight.
test.
Tomorrow I'm gonna have, or next week I'm gonna have a real microphone headset thing that's gonna sound better, and make me look a little less like a translator droid from Star Wars.
So do I need to roll as well?
Yeah.
I like the animated dice. It makes me happy.
That landed behind M's face to me. So you rolled another 10. Okay. So M, you feel as though you're being watched from the shadowy area above.
Looking around the room. Do I see anyone suspicious?
Roll a search this time. Roll a d20, and I will add your wisdom to it. Ooh, good. Yeah, you see a figure up at a table. He's blending in with the curtains a little bit.
What race is he?
You can't tell, but he's normal humanish size.
So, Luke, I think it
Do you
might help
tell-
out to explain options to her.
I'm trying to think of what I would do.
Okay. Well, you see a figure. He's watching you. You could either approach him or not. You could tell Lawng that you see him, and then Lawng can probably find him if you point him out. Or you can run away. Or you could pretend that you don't see him and go upstairs. There's lots of
I'm
options.
gonna ask Lawng what he thinks of him, and I'm going to point him out nonchalantly, but in the general direction.
So, question to you though
Sorry,
is how so his how so you said he's kind of in the drapes. Like, how far across do these drapes go?
So the raised area is for like parties and things. So they've got
Right.
curtains that can be pulled to like section things off for like private parties.
Okay.
They're open right now. All of them are open. So they're kind of billowed up against the wall.
Okay.
He's sitting next to them and he kind of blends in with them. He
Okay.
did it on purpose, but he's not like in the curtains. He's like next to them.
Would there be space to sneak around him?
Yeah, you could probably try to sneak up.
Like, could I sneak up
But
like
remember,
into the drape?
Well, you're wearing like metal armor.
Oh yeah, I am.
So you could try to sneak, but I mean, you're a tin can right now, so.
Hmm.
Very small tin can.
What shirt?
Whose shirt's amazing?
Using the
Oh, that one. So is the barkeep? So the barkeep's now awake, right? We're getting all distracted now by chat.
We are. The barkeep went back to sleep. Yeah.
Okay, so is there? Can I wake him back up or no?
Yeah, you can wake him back up. Do you?
Yeah, I want to wake him back up, and I want to ask him to buy that guy a drink.
Yes, my good man.
Well-
What can I do for you?
So the guy that looks like the drapes, I want to buy a drink for him.
Sorry, I don't see any man that looks like the drapes.
He's sitting by the drape.
Oh. Okay. That gentleman over there.
Yeah,
You'd
I want
like
to.
do what now?
I'd like to buy him another one of whatever drink he's drinking
He's not drinking anything.
or
sir.
was drinking.
He wasn't drinking it. He's an elf, sir.
They don't drink anything. What do
Not to my
elves
knowledge.
drink?
Not to my knowledge. Water, the dew from the leaves.
Do we have any of that?
I'm guessing no.
I'm guessing we don't. The stunned silence on the barkeep's face. Obviously, we don't have water in a tavern.
No, we don't have dew from the leaves here, so I could collect some in the morning if Sir requires it.
Yeah. Let's get some water for the morning for just in case we need it. Okay.
Very good, sir.
It better be included in my 10 goals or her 10 goals.
10 silver.
10 silver. 10 silver, sir. However, the volume of the dew that is to be collected would be greatly enhanced by a gratuity in excess of the 10 silver aforementioned.
So could I tip him like 10 silver and have him go ask that guy why he's sitting in the tavern and not drinking anything?
I'm pretty sure for 10 silver he would be more than happy to approach the elf.
All right, so I want to pay him 10 silver and have him go and inquire why this elf is sitting in his tavern, not spending any money.
If Sir is curious as to the intentions of the elf, I happen to be privy to small details to his motives, and your generous donation to my well-being ingratiates me unto you, so that I will tell you. He is here to meet you.
How did he know that I was here?
He knew you would come.
Me specifically, or that somebody would come?
He described you to me, yes.
So he described me.
Why is he eyeballing me?
Because he didn't describe you, and he didn't know you were coming.
Ah.
Okay. Is this... So even though he's blending
If
into the
Sir
curtain...
requires no more information, I would like to capture the last of my 40 winks.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Thank you, sir. And he falls back asleep.
All right, all right.
That was fast.
Yeah, well, he's been drinking a lot. Whatever the elf didn't drink, he drank. All right. Well, I'm just gonna kind of like balls up since Pookie doesn't have any, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna talk to that elf.
You don't want to go there.
Greetings, Solomon. Welcome.
How did you know my name?
The same way you know my face, and you do know his face. Now that you see it, it's the elf that you had in your mind when you got the geese, when you got the quests.
Okay. I'm pretty interested now. I'm gonna sit down at the table with him.
Please do.
That's it. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna wait.
He like
Okay,
waves
I'm
his
gonna
hand.
Stand behind him.
He waves his hand in front of you, and there's like a dried crust of bread and some juice of some sort that appears on the table.
Is this the dew from the leaves?
What dude from Leagues?
No, the dew from the leaves.
Oh, where did you hear about leaf dew? No, this is a fruit juice. This is a common, perfectly normal peach juice.
Okay. I was a little worried that I had over-tipped someone.
You recognize what he's done as a magical ability to summon food. It's pretty common, it's not unheard of, and he did it for you to show you that he's also a magic user like you.
Okay.
And because he figured you were hungry and wanted to say thank you for accepting his quest.
Well, after all that soup earlier, I'm not really sure yet.
I told you the soup was good. I wasn't lying.
Yeah, well, Pookie dumped it all over my head, so I definitely got some.
No, it was a spoonful. Only a spoonful.
Right, well, you're talking like ladle, right? I'm 3 feet
No.
tall.
Okay, a ladle to you, a spoon to me. The soup was on you. All right.
I should have taken a bath in the river too. All right, so I'm just gonna ask him why he's here.
Why am I here? I
Yeah.
live here.
Okay. And why were you expecting me to come?
Because you accepted my quest. I gave you a quest on that sign. You tore off,
Okay.
I'll help, promising me that you would help. And you're here.
Okay. So what information do you have to help me on such quests?
Not as much as you might wish, and not as much as I would wish to give you. I know that my son and 3 of his friends have disappeared. The particulars I'm unclear on.
Were they outside? Were they taken from their beds? Where was the last time they were seen?
They were seen a number of weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks. It is my expectation that they executed their foolhardy plan of seeking adventure, even though I expressly forbade it.
Okay.
They've been hoping to gain some strange advantage through adventuring in the forest or some such nonsense.
All right. So, what direction was this adventure that they were always planning?
I don't know. If I knew, I would have gone there to rescue them myself. That's what your
But why
job
haven't you
is.
gone yourself?
I have
Since
responsibilities that I
you have
must
magic.
attend to in the local temple. I can't simply abandon the temple. I happen to be in charge of it.
Ah, so are you a man of the law or a man of the spirit?
Well, in a sense, in this town, I am both.
So for you there is no difference between law and your religion.
Well, inasmuch as I make laws vicariously through the magistrate, I am fine following them, yes.
Okay. But there's no if the laws of this area don't adhere to your perfect paradigm, then you're able to break them, or?
I am not human. I am elf. I'm not so unwise as to assume that my perspective attains the level of perfection of the gods. I don't believe that.
So your faith is nothing but blind.
No, my faith is based on the fact that I have magic from my deity. I have very little need for belief in something I cannot prove. And my power attests to the fact that my faith is not in vain.
But my friend here has faith, has power here as well. As I gesture over to M.
Yes?
Yet,
I'm not sure why the philosophical debate when I've expressly requested you to find my son. I
the
don't see
reasons
the
for
purpose
finding
of
your
this
son
debate, might say.
is interesting to me.
The purpose is because I want him safe.
But if you were so intent on having him safe, you'd go yourself.
Except I have responsibilities.
Which outweigh your son.
At the current time, yes.
At the current time, okay. That's all I wanted to know. Sorry, I was getting argument. Okay. Alright, so I'm lost at the moment, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. Why this guy doesn't want to go get his kid, but he wants to, like, pay me a bajillion gold. And to go gallivanting off on an adventure he didn't want his kid to go on. So I'm just sitting there slightly stunned, and I'm not able to talk at the moment.
Well, one thing that you know about elves is that they don't seem to follow the same value judgments humans do. And for an elf, his son being gone for a week, it's not cause for concern. When his son is gone for a couple of years, he might start to worry and think maybe he should go get him. But in a week, send some worthless humans or whoever to go get him, and it's not a big deal. It wouldn't enter into his mind that his son is in real danger, otherwise he would go himself. He would expect that his son would be able to fend off any danger. He just wants somebody to go and fetch him.
Ah, so we're errand
Does that make
boys
sense?
unless the he knows he's in grave peril. Okay.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Ah, okay. All right. All right. So I'm getting angry at chat for talking about her mother. Her elf mother. All right. At this point, I'm happy and content to at least appease this man so I can get out of his area. I can get out of his general vicinity.
Okay.
So I back away
If
and
you need
I
any help, I'll be at the temple in the morning.
okay, and I just kind of
And he gets up and heads upstairs.
as he heads upstairs, I grab that glass that I hadn't drinking and I carry it to my room and I head to bed.
Okay.
I
It's
follow
nice.
behind and go to my own room.
It's straight up peach juice. It's very sweet. It's got a nice flavor to it. It tastes very fresh.
I like peach juice at night, so it's good. All right. All right, guys. It is 11:15. I think we're gonna hit the pause button here, and we're gonna be picking this up next Wednesday. All right,
So
guys.
between now and next Wednesday, we're gonna clear up some of these technical issues, and I'm gonna want to have you guys make up some character sheets. So if you need help with that, email me. We'll set up a time to get together before next Wednesday, so that we can have all that stuff taken care of. Because there will be buttons on your character sheet that you can roll to do the skill checks, so that it'll automatically put in all the math and stuff, so it makes a little more sense. But this is kind of how it's going to go. I'm less about the specific rolling and more just, hey, roll this, and it's going to be related to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the character sheets, they're on the Roll20 website.
Yeah, we'll get together at some point, and I'll show you how to do that.
All right. I want to just point out though, if it's going to be on a weekday, I don't get off till like 6 p.m. and I bike home, so it'll have to be around like 7:30 my time.
Which would be 8:30 our time. Which is
There
what
we go.
is when Luke said that he was going to be available. So that works out just right.